Hold on tight, coming in for echo drop.
Never gonna know when you're speaking in game anymore.
Flips, twists, rolls and drops when you walk into the sky. It's a crazy sight. These
And the Dungeon RPG as well. Yes. Someone clip that. That's clip. Clip farming.
Hello there pilots, welcome to the channel. I'm Gentleman Quint and hopefully you guys caught our last video about heli basics. If not, it's somewhere around here, you guys can click that. So I'm going to treat this video as if you know how to fly the heli the way that I taught you guys. So let's go a little bit further and teach you guys advanced maneuvers. Hey pilots, so have you ever been in the situation where you're going for the backflip and you ended up making a crater instead? Or let's just say you were going to do a barrel roll and you barely missed the ground. And you're like, whew, that was close. In this video we're going to be covering how to do these maneuvers without risking your crew. So next is the front flip and the back flip. Now, for the front flip and the back flip, we are going to have to change our key bindings down here. And what you want is pitch up on your spacebar and pitch down on E. But if you do that, you're going to E or Q. Either way, you're going to have to rebind either your rappel from Q to Z, and then you can put your pitch down on Q if you want. But I have mine on space and E, and I just changed my engine, toggle engine, to the equal sign on my keyboard because you don't need to press the toggle engine anytime except for getting into your heli and starting it. Once you've set that up, what you're going to do is make sure your altitude, so your altitude is the bar. You see right now the arrow is on 35, 30, and then it's minus, so it's 26 and 9. It's the arrow on the side, that's your altitude. Now make sure your altitude is above 150, and then all you do is you hold W and hold your spacebar or whatever you bound your pitch up button to, and you should make your backflip. That was the backflip. You will always barely make it depending on the altitude or height. It should be around 50 after you've done your flip, depending on your speed. So we should be around 50 right now. There we go, 50. And then you'll be able to do backflip consistently without crashing. So you need to make sure your altitude is above 150. Now I can start pitching up and just hold W and space. Easiest trick maneuver to do. See, there's our backflip. Now the same is for the front flip. For the front flip, you're going to go above 50 and then pitch down and just hold pitch down and W, and your backflip is completed. Now these are basically just fun maneuvers to do to make your crew scream. They're not really going to have any benefit to you. Maybe you could use the maybe you can use the backflip to do a drop like this. There you go, there's your drop, boom, that looked cool. I would still have to experiment with it a little bit, but in my opinion it is not that useful. Maybe you could, because you're not always at 200. It's good to lose altitude really quickly like this, and you can roll out of it as well, as you can see. Okay, so the gentle roll. To do this, you pitch the helicopter's nose down while rolling to the right, holding that roll, coming in, drop, keep your nose down, and out. There you go. Your goal is to keep your speed high, keeping you hard to hit, and keeping that RPG person guessing. The gentle roll can be performed from the right hand roll or the left hand roll. You try and do it from max height or as high as you can be. It can be done lower on the ground if needs be. So let's do it again. So pitch down, roll left, keep that roll going, drop, keep nose pitched down to keep our speed, and out of there. In, out. Don't hover. Never hover. Next is the vertical drop. For the vertical drop, this is one of my drops, and the gentle roll is also one of my drops. This one is if you want to drop from a vertical height. So if we're on D, we want to drop on D now. I'll pitch up, S and D at the same time while swiping up with my keyboard, and boom, drop, and out of here. Keep that nose down. There we go. So the inputs are on the bottom right. This is a very advanced maneuver. I will show you guys again. Vertical drop. We want to drop below us, so it's pitch up, hold S and D, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up, drop, and keep that nose down and out of there. So this is a maneuver that you want to use if you want to drop height very suddenly and get people down on the point. If someone says, I need to drop on C, and you're above C, normally you would have to fly around and come down. Look how slow this is if you're coming in like with the gentle roll. It's slow. It's not as fast as the vertical drop. The gentle roll is good if you don't know where the enemies are on the point and you want to try and spot where the enemies are and try and drop your allies behind those enemies. But if you don't want to do that and you just want to get them down as fast as possible, S and D, sticker down while swiping up as much as you can, and down we go and out of there. You're losing as much vertical altitude as possible. Now to do it properly, you need to make sure your rotor blades go upside down. That way the game drops you out of the sky and boom, you've done a drop, vertical drop. Alright, so remember to check the inputs on the side, try and match that. I am swiping up with my mouse and up is pitch up for me. So you could also do this by binding your pitch up to the spacebar like what I have. I've bound it to spacebar. So if I wanted to do a vertical drop, I do spacebar, S and D. And there we go, perfect vertical drop every time. Next is the corkscrew. So to do a corkscrew, you press S and D while swiping up and around. So basically, there are two types of corkscrew. One where you end up on the facing the same direction that you want to fly in, and one where you end up in the opposite direction. So same direction, you press S and D and swipe up, and there you go. Now for the facing the opposite direction, you want to press S and D and swipe down and then up, and that turns you around. Now this can be used, the corkscrew can be used to turn around suddenly, or it can be used to dodge people doing air jump sheets, shoeies, that sort of stuff. Air jump sheet is when they jump out of the heli and try and rocket you from the air, and a shoey is just a different name for that. And so you can use corkscrews to try and dodge them, but it's only because it moves the hitbox of the heli so much that it makes it difficult for them to hit. But I would recommend using a vertical drop as well to that same maneuver. Is also very good at dodging air jump sheets or shoeies. The next maneuver is called the cartwheel. So to do the cartwheel, you have to pitch up, press S and D at the same time while swiping to the right. And the heli will basically pitch its belly up and then do a full yaw cartwheel, like so. This is great if you're going in for a drop when people are shooting at you, because and let's just say there's no RPGs there, so don't do this if there's RPGs, but let's say you're taking heavy fire from your pilot is taking heavy fire. So what I like to tell you guys to do is if you're getting shot at by ground troops with bullets, you pitch up so your belly shows, so they're shooting the heli instead of your pilot. So this way you can do the cartwheel, style on them haters, and then drop 5 guys on their face that will murder them. So yeah, that's the cartwheel. It can be done in both ways, but I like doing it in the clockwise direction because that's just how I like to fly. And what you can do is you can change direction as well. Now this is just styling on them. You can simply just bring your belly up and press S at the same time, and it'll achieve similar results. But come on, we're here to learn the advanced maneuvers. We're not here to learn how to fly basically. So if you want to learn rope control, flying backwards, or flying like all the basics, go to our other video. Here we're learning tricks and learning how to show off and just be sort of that Chad pilot in those matches. So the next maneuver is a maneuver that you use to dodge RPGs. Let's say we've gone in for a nice roll drop here. Oh shit, there's an RPG here. We belly tap and redirect. So belly tap, if you're done correctly, you can use it to turn the direction of the heli very rapidly and change direction. So belly taps, you need to be super careful with them because you can do damage to your heli. You should have some repair guys in if you're playing with your friends, or just some random people. But belly taps will not work on flat ground. You're gonna have to experiment a little. There are many obstacles. As you can see, you can get stuck in them like this, and then you lose your heli. We have someone repairing us right now, but you can see a lot of obstacles in Battlebit you can get stuck in, like this here. So, if you ever get stuck, we just saw how to fix it. You get out of the heli and get back in, because when you're out of the heli doesn't count as an object anymore. And I will teach you guys a little bit more later in the video, so stick around, where we use this to our advantage. Destructible objects. You see this annoying little player here shooting at us? You see him there? You know, as a transport pilot, you don't have guns. But if they are dumb enough to be sitting in an object like that, you can fly right through it. And they will fall to their death. And they're dead. No more annoying sniper shooting at you. So keep an eye out for objects like this. They're scattered all around the map. You kind of have to, it's like trial and error, figuring out if you can fly through them or not. They're not, generally they are the sniper huts, like these black ones. There is also one that is on other maps it's like a gray one that's circular. You can fly straight through these, no issues. Alright, so dodging RPGs. As you can see, we have an enemy on this roof here that it will shoot RPGs at us. So what you want to do is you want to fly around an objective a little bit first. Just scout it out and look for enemies like that. And they'll be shooting RPGs at you. Go for some RPG shots, see? And he's really trying to hit me right now. Go full force trying to hit me, bro. See? And if you keep your rotation, he'll keep trying to shoot at you, and then you'll know, okay, there's an RPG guy there. So let's say an RPG is coming at you right now, and you can change your direction, and it will throw off his crosshair. So here's another example. So we're flying over, we're seeing, oh, there's an RPG. Okay, I'm gonna hit S. So you hit S, and it throws his crosshair completely off. If you do this correctly, you can dodge RPGs perfectly. And like, there you go, stick your nose down, you can do your drop and get the hell out of there. So you want to use cover, you want to use trees, you want to use things to try and keep them from being able to shoot at you. Let's say, see, he's trying to shoot now. So this is the only time you would not want to use a vertical drop, because if I use a vertical drop, watch, coming in for a vertical drop, where am I? And I'm dead. Right now, I'm dead. Yeah. Because after a vertical drop, you go into a hover. I made this mistake many times on stream. I do my maneuvers, do my fancy stunts, and then I go to do a drop and boom, I'm vulnerable. And the boys laugh at me. So you don't want that happening to you. So try and scout out objectives like I showed in the first part of this clip. Scout the objective and then go for a drop. It might take longer to do drops. If you have to kind of feel out the game. Is there gonna be a lot of RPGs in this game? Are there people like Flycat, Chopper, or people that are really good? Are you getting shot down constantly after every drop? Do this. Scout the objective. They can barely hit rockets at this range. Only a few players are able to hit rockets well at this range. And yeah, you can try and see, okay, there's an RPG there, there's one here, there's nothing there. And then let's say you get close range and he's about to shoot, you can drop with S and it should throw his crosshair off. But then when he's reloading, you need to get out of there because they reload quickly. And if there's multiple, if there's one RPG, it's easy to avoid, like how by scouting out, like how you see Circle is down there, he's trying to shoot at us. I can easily see he's about to shoot. But if there's two RPGs, there's one here, or even three, you're dead, basically. you're dead if you go to drop on that point. So I would avoid that point, go somewhere else. And yeah, that was us showing you how to avoid RPGs. Okay guys, now for the last really awesome advanced thing that you can do is if you ever get in a situation where, oh my goodness, we're falling out of the sky, I'm about to crash, you get on the rope. We'll teleport you a little bit away sometimes, but your heli will be absolutely fine and you can get back in and fly again. Now this is a glitch in a sense. It is not something that I think will stay in the game, but I'm showing it to make you aware of it and also to make the devs aware of it in a sense. It teleports you a decent distance away sometimes, but you can run back, get back in the heli and recover. Now if you watch the first video you'll know how to recover properly, but yeah, you can do some crazy stuff with this. And one of those is you can ram another helicopter and not take any damage yourself. See? And we can get back in. And you can do stuff like the heli bounce, and that's one that we did there, where you bounce the helicopter, stay on the rope, and you get back in. Now it is technically a glitch. It's not something that should be in the game, but it is in the game at the moment. So sometimes you'll get on the rope, sometimes you won't, sometimes it will TP you away. Now you can do this like put the heli upside down, preemptively get in the rope, and then bounce the heli and get back in. Also, thanks to the repairs, you're gonna need a repairman because it is kind of it does take a little bit of damage. But you can do this to bounce the helicopter. You can smash into another helicopter. Let's say your two helis are about to collide. If you get onto your rope before they hit you, then they will explode and you won't. So I have a nice clip of that, and we'll play that, and then we'll move on to the end of the video.
The right side, fire it, Will. Fire. Got it. I had to get out, but I did it! I pulled it off! Go ahead.
Alright guys, that was the advanced helicopter pilot tutorial for Battlebit. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys are going to learn and try these maneuvers out, do it on GoT's test server. Make sure you have unofficial servers ticked in the Battlebit server browser, and the flight school should be there. Make sure to go test it out in there. Helis instantly respawn and you can try everything out. Before we go, I'm going to leave you guys with this little bonus tip. Make sure to not do backcaps. Now, by backcaps I mean don't capture the objective closest to the enemy's spawn. And the reason for this is so that you don't end up causing the front line to be pushed up to a point where the enemies can only spawn in their base. If this happens, you're going to ruin the game for yourself because you won't get much transport score because no objectives will be captured, and also you'll be ruining it for other people as well because they will be like, oh, I'm getting spawn camped, I'm going to leave the server, and then the server dies. We're live on Twitch. I stream every day from 6 o'clock Irish time till 9 o'clock Irish time, so that's GMT. Hope to see you guys there. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Golf Echo November Tango out. Stay frosty.